I wouldn't know.
Okay. Do
I
you have
don't
conversations
remember.
with God?
I have conversations with God.
Okay. And has God told you not to immunize?
In my conversations with God, you're literally taking a conversation with God as Him telling me. Mr. Cohen,
okay,
you don't understand
then
my
explain
belief
it.
system. This is
Well,
extremely insensitive and it's
let me
extremely
say something.
intrusive.
Yeah, well, I agree.
This is
If you're going to inquire as to something as personal as religious belief and you ask a question like that, you're going to have to let the person respond.
I didn't tell her not to respond. I'm letting her respond.
Well, I thought you went back with another question.
No, we're still on the same question, and that was
these
whether...
are questions of an extremely, these are extremely insensitive questions. These are delving into the spiritual home of an individual, and that individual is me.
You're right
the
about
New York
that.
State Education Department guidelines discourages you specifically, expressly in their guidelines that you are not to inquire, you are to exercise great care and extreme sensitivity into inquiring into the nature of a person's beliefs. This is insulting to me, that I have to explain a belief. This is mortally insulting and upsetting to me.
And I'm sorry.
This is violating a practice of my freedom of religion, Mr. Cohen. I have to explain my religious beliefs that don't adhere to logic, perhaps, or your path of logic. I don't believe many things in the world do adhere to logic.
In the conversations you have had with God, and I don't mean to be making light of the subject at all. Please don't get the impression that I am. But if you've had conversations with God, has God told you in some way, shape, or form that you shouldn't be
Mr. Cohen,
immunizing your
I
child?
just addressed this question. Telling me is literally translating my conversations with God. Conversations with God can be translated in so many different ways. It can be in a feeling. It can be a spiritual force that a person welcomes into their soul.
An
actual conversation with God. You're translating it as if He is standing across from me, speaking to me. This is not how... Sometimes in religion, speech isn't literally translated. When you're talking about the spirituality and the religious beliefs, the belief system of a person, sometimes it is not translated so literally as an actual talking, simply because it's a conversation. That conversation can mean so many different things. It's not an actual face-to-face like we're having right now, or rather I would call this an interrogation or a cross-examination.
Well, then tell me, then
I can't
tell me
explain
what it is.
The conversations that I have with my God, like I just explained before, is more of a welcoming of His Spirit. It's more of a feeling. It's more of I'm an articulate and eloquent person. I was an English major. I was a journalism major. To describe my beliefs so literally, so you can understand them, is very challenging for me. It really is very challenging. I would figure it would be challenging for a lot of people to explain a feeling. This is not a geometry equation. This is not a dictionary definition. This is a feeling. This is a belief.
So is it a, and again,
And Mr. Cohen, you are coming very close to insulting me and not exercising extreme care and great sensitivity. This is borderline very insulting to me. Your demeanor is insulting. You're asking me to literally translate a feeling that I have. You're invading my spiritual home. And I, for the record, absolutely feel that this is inappropriate.
Okay, and I'm sorry you feel that way.
If you truly do apologize, then back off. Get on to something else. Ask me the names of my children, which is what you asked in the last interview, and you also set the groundwork in the last interview by telling me who makes the decision, what report you make up, and all that other sort of thing. This time, you delved completely into my spiritual home. That to me is very insulting, and you won't get off of it.
Okay.
You won't stop asking about this.
That's correct.
It's relentless. Well, it's very upsetting to me, as it was very upsetting in court, to be all by myself, facing two attorneys, trying to explain my religious beliefs. This is becoming insulting to me. I'm becoming upset.
I'm sorry.
And I'm asking you to back off.
No, I won't back off.
You're refusing to back off?
Yeah,
You're
I have to
refusing
continue to
exercise extreme
I am
sensitivity and great care?
I am trying to be as sensitive as I can, and I truly apologize if you think I'm delving and being too intrusive.
If you are truly repentant,
but that's the job that I have to do.
you